Hey guys, this is Sarah, and today is Wednesday, May 13th, which means it's time for another Top 5 Wednesday. Today's Top 5 Wednesday topic is Top 5 Summer Covers, meaning books that remind us of summer. It doesn't necessarily have to be like books about summer or like same summer. It depends on what type of summer you have. And my types of summers are kind of like the typical summers. I grew up in California, so lots of beach, water, bathing suits, sunglasses, those types of things. So the covers that I'm mentioning are pretty normal, or I guess you could say, when you think of summer. But I really like them and they interest me. I have read one of these. So the rest of them are just really pretty and remind me of specific things about my summers. So without further ado, let's get started. In spot number 5 is Beneath the Scars by Melanie Moreland. This author is sort of kind of a friend of mine. She is not only an indie author but a fan fiction writer, and I read a lot of her fan fiction, so I've heard a lot about her books as she publishes it. And this cover in particular, obviously beach, waves, it reminds me of my summers in California and going to the beach pretty much as many days as possible in the summer. And I wish there was a surfer on the waves so it could be like more closely resembled, because you cannot go to the beach in San Diego, California without seeing a surfer surfing on the waves. So I feel like it's a little bit incomplete with what my image is, but I think it's gorgeous. In spot number 4 is Someone Like You by Sarah Dessen. Again, have not read this, but this reminds me of one of my close friends and her boyfriend. We went to the beach once and she wrote on the sand, "I love you," and sent it to him, and I thought it was really cute. And with the cover, it has the heart and it just reminded me of it, and I kind of want to read it now. I have to be honest, now that I'm like reminiscing about summer, I kind of want to read it. In spot number 3 is Right of Way by Lauren Bartenholt. This has nothing to do with the beach or anything of that sort, even though the beach is right next to it. But this particular picture reminds me a lot of my last summer in San Diego. I had a beach birthday for my 18th birthday. We literally spent the entire day on the beach. And I rode with one of my close friends in his like truck beach. Like, it was like a Jeep truck, so it was huge, and it's not exactly the same as this, but it's pretty similar. And this picture just reminds me of that day, how we spent from 10 a.m. to 11 at night at the beach, just having fun, hanging out, and it brings such good memories that every time I see this cover, I just think about it, and it's great. In spot number 2 is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson, another one that I have not read, but this cover reminds me of Del Mar Fair. I don't know if in other states you know about that, but in Southern California, the Del Mar Fair is like a huge thing. It's this huge, huge fair, and there's lots of food, and there's Ferris wheel and lots of games and roller coasters and things like that, and a lot of food stands. And the first time I went, I lived in California for 9 years and I never went, and the one time I went was in 2012 with one of my close friends, and we got ice cream. And although there's no fair in the background of this cover, just two girls sitting down eating ice cream reminds me of that whole day, and we had so much fun. We took a bunch of pictures, we rode a bunch of rides, and it was just so fun, and I feel like I want to go back. And every time I see this, I'm just transported back to the Del Mar Fair and how fun it is. So yeah. And in spot number 1 is The Disenchantment by Nina LaCour. I have not read this, but Nina LaCour is becoming one of my favorite writers. I read her other book, Everything Leads to You, but the cover of this is the memory is kind of stupid. I don't know about everybody else in the world, but sunglasses and selfies in summer are a huge thing in Southern California. Like, if you don't have a selfie with your sunglasses, it's kind of like you're out of the loop. And just the sun in the background and the girl with the funky shirt and the sunglasses, it just takes me back to this one picture me and my cousin took, and it was like, again, summer of 2012. It was so fun. We were at the beach, we were hanging out with some friends, we were riding in my aunt's BMW, and it was just so, like, typical summer feel. We just had to take a selfie, and it just reminds me so much of that day, that trip with my cousin, and it was just so much fun. And every time I see this, it's just like the memories, guys, the memories. So that's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts on my favorite covers that remind me of summer. Let me know your choices, what your choices would be if you had to pick for this Top 5 Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!